Yo, so I'm just here, eating a sandwich, drinking some juice, and trying to tame my daughters and eating a plum. And I'm listening to my Bible. You want to get out? I'm listening to my Bible, 1 Corinthians, and I come across something. I'm trying to pin the comment, but every time I get on live, my daughters want to act crazy. But I'm pinning this comment. I just wanted to share this with y'all, because go take them to Zoe, okay? Y'all eat them. I wanted to share something because in this day and age, when people come against it, people act like they're weird. When people talking about the gospel of Jesus Christ, people act like they're weird and like they're being unreasonable. So listen to this. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1 through 8. Once again, sometimes I don't even be thinking about things. It's just things that hit me while I'm doing stuff. Like I said, I was eating breakfast. But anyways, 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1 through 8. This is Paul, the Apostle Paul speaking. And he says, "And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you save Jesus Christ, and him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in the demonstration of the Spirit of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. Howbeit, we speak wisdom." Now this is where it caught me. This is where it plucked because I was listening to it. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go back to that. It says, "Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect." Them that are perfect is us. We are perfect in Christ. "Howbeit, we do speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to nothing. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory." This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1 through 8. So he says, yeah, we speak wisdom, but it's not the wisdom of this world. We don't speak the wisdom of this world. We speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which God ordained before the world unto our glory. He's talking about the gospel here, which none of the princes knew, because if they had knew that Jesus Christ was the Lord of glory, the Jews wouldn't have advocated for crucifying Jesus, and neither would Pilate had to let it go down that way if he actually knew who Jesus is. And so I just wanted to pause and just really do a quick live on this, because in this day and age, if you preach Christ, if you advocate for focusing on the gospel and not focusing on financial literacy and not focusing on anything else other than the gospel of Christ, people will look at you like you're crazy and like you're doing too much, and you're really not. Because right here in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1 through 8, Paul says, "I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified." And he says that we preach the wisdom to those that are perfect. The church is perfect spiritually. We speak wisdom, but it's not the wisdom of this world. So in other words, it's not financial literacy. In other words, it's not anything else other than the wisdom of Christ. If you're in a church and they downplay speaking on Christ and focusing on the gospel and the wisdom that's found in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and they go on to any other thing, you should question that. You really should. And that's just purely based off of, right here, Apostle Paul and Apostle Peter and all the other disciples. All they're talking about throughout the New Testament is Jesus Christ. It's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and then moving into other things. Literally everything that is talked about in the New Testament points back to the Old Testament, and the Old Testament is about God's covenant with his people, which centers around Jesus Christ. So if you're in a church and they're not focusing on Christ, literally every time you get together, and they're not endeavoring to go deeper into the things of God and centering and focusing their message around the gospel of Jesus Christ and its implications, you need to pause, see what you're doing there, and you might need to leave. Just to be straight up and honest. If you're in a church that's not focusing on the gospel of Jesus Christ and not digging into the gospel and its implications, if you're in a church that is not exhibiting, if your leader is not exhibiting the attitude that the Apostle Paul is exhibiting in these New Testament scriptures, and the Apostle Peter and the like, you need to question it. And I would even venture to say that you need to leave and join a fellowship that is doing that, because that is what's needed in this day and time. Straight up, no apologies, period.